Okay, welcome back, dear students. In your third lecture, BA second semester, we were doing the paper prose. In the last lecture, we have covered the forms of essay and prose style. Today, we are going to start up with the new topic, that is types of prose. So basically, let us know that what are the four common types of prose without wasting any time, without knowing any other things, because you all are aware that what is prose, so no need to explain again and again. So right now I am starting up with the new topic, that is types of prose. Prose can vary depending according to the style and purpose. There are basically four distinct types of prose that are written. The first one is as non-fictional prose. Now, in non-fictional prose, what happens? Prose that is of true stories, factual account of events. Whatever the story are being written are on based on the facts. They are on the true stories of events or informations is non-fiction. Textbooks, newspaper articles, and instructions manuals all fall into this category. Anne Frank diaries of a young girl, composed entirely of journal excerpts, and recounts the young teen's experience of hiding with her family in Nazi-occupied Netherlands during the World War II. So this was, she wrote, and it was all about the non-fictional prose. So this was one of the example of it. Then we move on to the fictional prose. Fictional prose, a literary work of fiction. Now this is the most popular type of literary prose used in the novels and short stories. Okay, so just remember the difference between the non-fictional and the fictional. Non-fictional prose are totally based on the facts. They are on the true story styles. Okay, and fictional prose is totally based on the literary work. The most popular types of are that novels, short stories. It's a kind of imagination, you could also put it there, and generally has the characters, plots, settings, and dialogues. Third one is the heroic prose, a literary work that is either written down or preserved through oral tradition. Heroic is something which is either written down or preserved through the oral tradition, but it is meant to be recited. Here, the heroic prose is usually a legend or fable. In the 20th century, the Irish tales revolving around the mythical warrior Finn MacCool are an example of the heroic prose. So just to understand that what exactly the heroic prose is, just understand the basic concept that it is written down or it is also preserved, right? You can also write it down in your own language, the heroic, or it is also in the preserved formation. You can tell me in the oral tradition style, but it is basically meant to recite that how you are going to tell what the heroic prose is. Totally, it is on the legend and fable factor. So the example is also being given. Then we move on to the next prose is prose poetry. Now what is prose poetry? Poetry written in prose form. Prose, we all know that a writing part which is being written according to your imagination, your truth stories and all, the mixing of all. But here the poetry which is related in the style of prose form, that is the prose poetry. This literary hybrid can sometimes have a rhythmic and rhyming pattern. Just try to understand the concept. The poetry is generally, you all know that, are having factors like rhythmic styles, rhyming factors, AB and all such kind of thing. So that is the poetry. But if we are talking about the prose poetry, so there is a combination of both the things. Writing part is there, but with the help of rhythmic and the rhyming pattern. So French poet Charles Baudelaire wrote the prose poem including Be Drunk, which starts off, and if sometimes on the steps of the palace or a green grass of the ditch in the mournful solitude of your room. So this was the example. So I hope it's clear that what is a prose poetry to you all. Now we are moving with the new title, that is the prose style. Till now we have completed what are the types of prose. In the types of prose, basically there are four common prose: non-fictional, fictional, heroic and prose poetry. But still apart from it, there are something related in the style of writing the prose. So prose style is also concluded as in the types of it. So prose is a form of language that has no formal metrical structure. It applies a natural flow of speech and ordinary grammatical structure. As we all know that while writing a prose, we have to keep in mind what all concepts, your grammatical errors, your concept of writing, flow and everything should be in your mind. So prose in the form of language, and has a formal metrical structure. It applies a natural flow of speech and ordinarily a grammatical structure rather than rhythmic structure, such as a case of traditional poetry. Okay, so that is a prose style. Here your pattern will not be as a rhythmic or rhyming, because in here you have to include the ordinary grammatical structures which are having in the case of traditional poetry. So normal everyday speech is spoken in prose style. Whatever you are speaking, whatever is coming into your mind, those points of views are what? They are a simple prose style. So whatever in the normal day speech you used to speak, that spoken is called as prose. So we are talking in a prose style, and most people think and write in prose form also. And this is what a talent, that a person who is writing can also write in the form of prose, or can also think in a form of prose. So prose style is considered with the form of language, what the flow of speech we are speaking, including with the ordinary grammatical structure, but not in the form of the rhyming and rhythmic parts. Okay, then we move on to the autobiography. Now an autobiography is a story of one person's life. Try to understand the difference between the three parts which I am going to tell you further: autobiography, biography and memoir. So in the autobiography, the story is about the one person, written by that person, and it is usually told in first person point of view and covers the author's entire life. Okay, some shortened versions of autobiography works include journals, diaries, letters and memoirs also. So the function of autobiography is like, through autobiography, authors can speak directly to their readers. This is the plus point. So the author, he himself is writing about it. So in this autobiography, where he is expressing his views about his own, here he is speaking directly to the readers and to their descendants. The functions of the autobiography is to leave a legacy for its reader. By writing an autobiography, the individual shares his triumphs and defects and lessons learned, allowing readers to relate and feel motivated by the inspirational stories. Life stories bridge the gap between people of different ages and background, forging connections between the old and the new generation. Clear? Still, I am repeating once again that in this, through autobiography, author can speak directly to the readers, and Here it leaves the legacy for its readers. Means while reading, you try to understand the whole feature, feeling of that particular person. And while writing an autobiography, the individual share his triumphs and defeats. Natural. A person who is writing a biography and expressing his views, he will definitely share his defeats and sorrows, the triumphs, everything. And the speaker is trying to telling what all things, what all he has made it out in his life, throughout the life, whatever he has just earned, gained, lost, everything comes in the mind is telling to the learners. And here the learners try to learn the lesson from that autobiography. So here it is allowing the readers to relate and feel motivated by the inspirational stories. And that is why such kind of stories are being written, which is known as the autobiography, where the readers read and feels motivated by that. So life story bridge the gap between the people of differing ages and background, forging connections between the old and new generation. For example, there are few of the examples given of the autobiography. The Box, Tales from the Dark Room, it's written by the Günter Grass. Then The Story of My Life, written by Helen Keller. Then third example, Self-Portrait, fiction by Frederick Tutton. So there are only three, but while reading, while understanding in your own format, you will be getting number of examples. So try to learn the examples, that what are the examples of autobiography or biography or novels. So these were the example of autobiography. Now we are moving to the topic biography. Try to understand now what is biography. A literary biography is a biographical exploration of the lives of writers and artists. Not only does the author of the biography have to be right about the subject of the biography, but also must incorporate discussions of the individual literary work into the biography itself. Okay, so a biography is a description of real person's life, including the factual detail as well as the stories from the person's life. The vast majority of the biography examples are written about people who are our were famous, such as politicians, actors, athletes, and so on. So just try to understand that a biography is a description of a real person life, including all the factual detail as well as the stories from the person's life. Real plus the story's life also. The vast majority of the biography examples are written about the people who are or were famous, like politicians, actors, athletes, and many more. For example, here are few of the examples of the biographies which are being famous, such as Alexandra Hamilton by Ron Chernow, made even more famous by the musical Hamilton, created by Lynn, that is the Manuel Miranda. Then Unbroken by Laura Hillenbrand, Steve Jobs by Walter Isaacson, Into a Wild by John Krakauer, The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks by Rebecca Skloot. So these were the famous biography books, and there are a number of them. Okay, then we are moving to the next is memoir. It is also one of the very good prose form, so you have to just try to understand it's a style. So a memoir from French, it is a word of French memore, memoria, meaning memory. Okay, so memoire is a French word which is derived from the French word is memore, memoria, and the meaning is memory. So any non-fictional narrative writing based in the author's personal memory, that is known as the memoir. The assertions made in the work are thus understood to be factual. Whatever the assertions which you are making, that is understood by as a factual. A memoir is a record of memories. Always try to understand with the concept of the name itself. It is expressing that it is related something to the memories. So a memoir is a record of memories and particularly events that have taken place in the author's life. In fact, it is the telling of the stories or an event from his life. An account that does not tell the full record of the life. So only the memories type of point of view are being taken from the person's life, particularly whatever the events which are very much memorable, those are taken place from the author's life. Not all the records, not the factual records, only the telling stories which are in the form of memories, full of events. Those kind of life paths are being included in this memoir. So an account that does not tell the full record of the life. In short, memoir is a written factual account of somebody's life. It is a written factual of somebody's written file, and a literary memoir is usually about a specific theme or about a part of someone's life. So I hope that it is clear that what is memoir. And if somebody asks you to write down the difference between the three parts, what is an autobiography, what is biography, and what is memoir, so it will be very much easyable for you people to understand and write it down. So go through it once very carefully. Then the examples of memoir are, here of the few examples I have given. The very famous examples are like a movable feast by Ernest Hemingway, then Speak Memory by Vladimir Nabokov. Famous memoir examples that have become the part of the cultural consciousness. Here are few of them being given, and they are like Henry David Thoreau Walden, written by the Thoreau Walden, then Ellie Wilson's Night, Elizabethan Gilbert Eat, Pray, Love, Barack Obama Dreams from My Father, and Shirley Stewart Void. So these were the few examples of the memoir which are totally and typically based on the famous events of the life history of the author's life. Here, just remember, only the famous events or memories type of kind of part is being included. A person, the author, cannot include the full story part of it. None of the record of the full life is included. It is being only in the form of autobiography and the biography. So here it is basic difference between all. Go through it once very carefully so that you people understand all the things. Today in this lecture we did the types of prose, which are 4 in common, and apart from this we did the prose styles and autobiography, biography, and memoir. So these are the topics being covered today. Go through it once very carefully and try to answer the questions which is being given. They are very helpful for you for the MCQs level point of view and for your internal assessments also. Till then, take care and try to understand all the lectures which is being given are for your benefits So please go through it all the lectures accordingly. Try to make your own notes according to it. If you're facing any problem, we will be discussing very soon. So try to do it and please go through it. Thank you, class.